Hi, this is a piece that I wrote in October 2024, which was relevant then and is far more relevant now. It was part of a 5-part series called Who Bombs Hospitals and Inherits the Earth, which is a quote of Fadi Judas. And this part was part 3, entitled Gaza, the Collective Shadow, and Why Caring is Critical for the Soul, and this is an excerpt. I am not working with a teleprompter. I am reading entirely from the printed page, and it is timely now that I do so. So, you cannot get to a new earth through a genocide unless you are fully awake and empowered through its digestion, meaning, complete metabolization and integration through your being. Understand that Gaza's genocide was entirely preventable and entirely man-made, like they all are. It wasn't a given, except insofar as it is the end result of unprocessed, ancient, violent, false beliefs and traumas based in separation consciousness, collected into the repository of the shadow, and currently financed, supported, and protected by governments, state apparatus and enablers, and by silence. Gaza is not a single issue. It's the domino that set off a chain reaction that has exposed the current global order, our belief systems, and multiple interrelated dangerous threshold points. Gaza is a rude awakening into the spiritual war on humanity and out of the denial of the shadow within us all. Gaza is a terrifying mirror exposed by its live streaming journalists and broadcast globally 24/7 on decentralized media, showing us the many interconnected points that underpin and enable it: dehumanization, racism, inequality, injustice, impunity, xenophobia, greed, desire for revenge, colonialism, supremacy, expansionism, messianic religion. Gaza is an intersection point regarding the struggle for and application of international law, universal basic human rights and dignity, peace, justice, self-determination and truth, and a struggle against old systems based upon endless war, apartheid, patriarchy, ethnic cleansing, white supremacy, exceptionalism, racism, extractivism, empire, displacement, and exploitation of marginalized peoples. Gaza is the exposure of the cracks in the Western-led order as per the repugnant lengths to which it has gone to ensure and finance genocide for political purposes via the collective punishing and slaughtering of innocent people in the face of the horror displayed by most of the world's population, and calls from international bodies to end the slaughtering. Gaza shows the hypocrisy of our political classes where, in the face of genocide, governments have accelerated weapons sales and transfers, actively blocked investigations and vetoed UN resolutions, cast doubt on the death toll and or prohibited the reporting thereof, censored and sanitized media, ignored and scoffed at warnings from global bodies, threatened to harm those in the international court. Gaza shows that speech is not protected and truth is devalued in the unprecedented killing of journalists and attacking of journalists, commentators, protesters, and university students globally. Gaza is a thorn in the side of those in power for having exposed the hypocrisy and double standards of their proclamations regarding the sanctity and importance of universal law, the rules-based order, the UN Charter, and national democratic rights and freedoms. Gaza has shown the interconnectedness of the escalating global polycrisis, whether political, gender-based, economic, cultural, racial, environmental, spiritual, religious, technological. Gaza is the most extraordinary and tragic, barbaric moment reflecting a dehumanization and inhumanity on a scale that many thought were consigned to the history books and that has been celebrated and able to take place unhindered. Gaza is a festering open wound that is being allowed to happen through manipulation, apathy, spiritualizing, propaganda, greed, gaslighting, silence, and national interests. Gaza is genocide, pedicide, ecocide, scholasticide, domicide, femicide, infanticide, herbicide, necrocide, all for the world to see and choose otherwise. Gaza is a slaughterhouse, an abattoir. It is an affront to humanity and an open disregard by political elites of your humanity and beingness and mine. Gaza is the ultimate litmus test because it is holding up to the light what humanity really believes about the value of life, of some lives, of even one's own life, and how some lives just don't matter or are deemed worthless. Gaza is a live reflection of humanity's state of evolution, and what it reflects is that never again is simply not true, and how platitudes such as all life is sacred and we are one are hollowly, shallowly, and selectively applied. Gaza is a vision of a future where humanity and the humanity within us all have been siphoned away and are erased, just like Palestinians are being erased because human beings have no value in that technological, elitist, corporatized, violent future. We are expendable. Gaza shows us. Gaza is a real-time laboratory called the Palestine Laboratory for weapons manufacturers and suppliers, with weapons and surveillance then bought by our governments to use on us, to track us in our cities, to arm our police forces, and to use in our universities. If a weapon has been battle-tested in Gaza, it is considered far more valuable. Gaza is showing us how truly, truly we do not understand our interconnectedness and the sanctity thereof, the sanctity of life. Gaza is broadcasting how our various hard-won safeguards, human, national, and international laws and rights are subject to veto and threats and removal, and as such neither protect each of us nor the world's defenseless and innocent. Gaza is showing us individuals, states of being, systems, ideologies, and beliefs that allow and normalize and spiritualize harm, mass killing, and destruction, that shove these in our faces so we feel hopeless and become complicit, not just in Gaza, but locally and globally, personally and collectively, violence we have chosen to accept as normal. Gaza is a waking up of the world, a huge initiation. Gaza is saving us all, and Palestinians are providing the passage with their own lives, if only we would rehumanize and see and feel. Do something. Do something. Do something.